heart's been sacrificed. Don't be blinded by the lights in your eyes. Say! Oh, do you know the enemy? Do you know your enemy? Well, gonna know the enemy, right? Do you know the enemy?
a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. I got my head down when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this may never start. We could fall apart and not be your memory. Lost your sense of fear, feelings insincere. Cannot be your memory. So get back, back, back to where we lasted. Just like I imagined, I could never feel this way. So get back, back, back to the disaster. My heart's beating faster, holding on to feel the same. This may never start. I'll tear us apart. Cannot be your enemy. Losing half a year, waiting for you here. I'd be your anything. So get back, back, back to where we lasted. Just like I imagined, I could never feel this way. So get back, back, back to the disaster. My heart's beating faster, holding on to feel the same. This may never start. Tearing out my heart, not be your memory. Lost your sense of fear, feelings disappeared. Cannot be your memory. So get back, back, back to where we lasted. Just like I imagined, I could never feel this way. So get back, back, back to the disaster. My heart's beating faster, holding on to feel the same. This may never start. We could fall apart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the pale
gentlemen, it all comes down to this pairing right here. Who will be your series champion for the Arena Series? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight, it is the series finale for West Lebanon, or for the Arena Series. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cole Durham, your host, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined in the booth with your co-host, Preston Vieira. Preston, how are you feeling here tonight for the series finale here in West Lebanon?
Dude, I'm super excited. Our two big names right here, Chadwick and Chris, went head-to-head last week. And wow, you know what I mean? And they're gonna throw it down here in West Lebanon once again for these fans. And we got something different here. It's a little slick out on the track thanks to the storm blowing through. So I'm curious to see how these drivers are gonna handle that.
It's gonna be a slick track here tonight, and it's honestly anybody's game when it comes to the racing competition. This is a straight line racing. You got to get over 3 obstacles, and the winner, whoever can reach the line last, will win the race. And of course, we got racing, timed racing, wheelies, and freestyle here in West Lebanon, the biggest floor of the season. And I'm very excited to see who can win racing here tonight. It's definitely going to be the better racing competition of the season, especially since these drivers have been competing on the Arena Series all season long.
Yeah, and another thing that I noticed that I knew, but I just remembered, we got some straight line racing. So, I mean, where these guys have usually been in arenas and either had to do, you know, Arena Chicago or timed racing, you know, snaking through the obstacles as we saw last week. This is just a straight line. And one of our first competitors coming out onto the track now, JJ Bernard in Incinerator.
And he's going to be taking on iPad, I don't know his name, iPad Master in Pouncer, who's going to be driving for Levi Swarty here in Round 1 Racing. I am super excited to see who wins racing here tonight. This is going to be probably the best competition of the season.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting for sure with the straight line and the mud mixed in. And our first race is underway.
Here we go, both drivers good off the line. Going to come to the final lap. Incinerator will go into, oh god, and Incinerator's going to disqualify himself. Pouncer will advance with that wreck.
Unfortunate. Hopefully he can get that truck fixed for freestyle, because with that move, that I can assure you he's going to come out wild in freestyle. But I mean, what a way to DQ yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. No times coming in for either driver here tonight, but Pouncer will advance due to wild driving from Incinerator. Unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. It's in the rule book. Got to follow the rules.
Yeah. And another thing, I mean, I mentioned it's a straight line. I mentioned it's slick, but the slickness with this racing layout, it really plays a big factor. I mean, if you're a little crooked, you're sliding around, and that is cutting a lot of, or I should say, adding a lot of time onto your race. So it's gonna hurt you.
I think my microphone might be fixed. Is it better now? Hello? 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 Hello?
There you go.
Is that better now?
Yeah, that's better.
All right, well, coming out, he is returning to the field here tonight. One of my favorite drivers, Tim Clapper in Thrasher, coming out. It is, I'm happy to have him back because he is exciting to watch when it comes to these arenas. He's going to be taking on Mario Ortega in El Diablo.
I saw Mario last week putting on a solid performance. Haven't seen Thrasher yet, so this is going to be a first for me, and I'm curious to see how Tim is going to do here in West Lebanon with this straight line, muddy layout. Both drivers on the line, ready to go. We're going racing.
I'll tell you one thing, you're in for a treat with this guy right here, Tim Clapper. Mario off the line.
Oh, yeah. Early lead.
Oh, no.
Yep. That's going to be a lot of what it comes down to, though, that early lead. If you got a gap, I mean, anything can happen, but it pretty much could only get wider, you know?
Mario Ortega with a 6.4 will be the time for Mario Ortega. No time here tonight for Tim Clapper, as he will be going into our time racing competition now it's time for round number 2. Round 2 racing coming up now. I'm very excited to see how this racing bracket winds down.
Yeah, me too. I mean, especially after last week. Last week we saw a lot of heavy hitters come out and do a good job. A lot of, maybe not so heavy hitters, but I mean, people were doing solid in Stafford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how they could do here in Westlake.
Testing out my microphone here tonight, making sure that we're all good to go for our continued racing competition here tonight.
Yeah, you sound good on my end.
Okay, good. If it goes bad, let me know.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we're zooming on with the competition here going on tonight. This is a battle between 2 drivers right now. One of those guys is Chris Bialik in Max D.
Absolutely. Killed it last week, from racing to timed racing to wheelies to freestyle. I mean, Chris was a big name that we were throwing around a lot last week.
He is one heavy hitter, and he has taken this arena series and absolutely just been running away with it.
Yeah, based on last week alone, I can tell you that.
Putting on Pouncer to get lined up, ready to go. We're going to go ahead and drop this race real quick. We're going to jump into our next round 2 race. Well, let's meet our next competitors for this next race. Very excited to see who can win this next one. As coming out, it's going to be Wyatt McCarron in the Prowler. He's going to be taking on one of those guys who's been so hard to beat ever since he joined the series, Blake Thompson in Gravedigger.
Yeah, and Blake, I mean, you said it yourself, he's been hard to beat throughout the series, but last week put on an incredible show in Stafford, and the Big Cat as well put on a decent show. Did solid in wheelies, I believe. So we'll see how he does here tonight with the rest of our competitions, but I am definitely leaning towards Gravedigger here.
Love that, the Big Cat.
Yeah.
Gravedigger will advance barely. Prowler almost came back.
Yeah, wow. What a race there. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be quite so close, if I'm being honest. Gravedigger with the way he's been running, but I mean, straight line, slick track, anything can happen.
Time's coming in. Blake Thompson with 6.2999 for Blake Thompson. No time again for Pouncer. Sorry, losing my brain. No, I'm sorry, Prowler. No time for Prowler. You know, times, one of those sayings, it's good to have it when it comes in because you can pick lane choice, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. Well, let's meet your next round competitors coming out here for this next round race. One guy or the other guy who has an opportunity of winning this point championship if he can make up the points. Chadwick Deerfoot and Carolina Crusher.
Yeah, Chadwick is one of those people to watch for sure on this tour, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do here tonight. Racing could be looking good for him.
He's taking on Mario. Mario's no slouch when it comes to racing.
Oh, absolutely making it into round 2 after his last matchup. They're blasting off that line already fast down the straightaway.
Oh, man!
Is Mario barely knocking out Chadwick.
Chadwick being knocked out of racing. Not, I wouldn't give up on him yet. Still plenty of competitions to win here tonight, but Mario will get the better of it in that race right there.
Absolutely, and we even have another racing competition. There is still timed racing later on tonight.
Time's coming in. Chadwick Deerfoot's going to come in to the time of 16.4330. Mario Ortega is 16.488. Mario just got him off the line. That's what it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned it earlier. I mean, about times, that times aren't necessarily the be-all, end-all, but it definitely helps when it comes to a race like we just saw. If it was any closer, we would have needed to fall back on those times to really determine who won, you know?
Chadwick saying that the yellow lane might be a little bit better here tonight. Personally, I'm not entirely sure, but it comes down to preference, I would imagine.
Yeah, preference. Every race is different as well, you know what I mean? It's how you get off the line, how each car taps the tire, you know? Anything could happen.
Well, coming out, he started joining the series in Stafford as Trent Fung in El Toro Loco. And he's your man, Preston. It is Jackson Morris in Iron Man. He's back again.
Wow, he is fast. Getting from Cali all the way down to New York in 30 minutes. Looking to turn it up for the fans here in Westlaw.
There's Green Toro off the line. El Toro Loco will advance into the semifinal round.
Yeah, no question there. And it's tough. I mean, you gotta decide, like, because a lot of wheel spin is gonna throw you off. If you don't give enough power to the wheels, you're behind, you know. So there's a very fine line, and it is tough out on this track to really, you know, make.
Time's coming in for Trent Fong. Gonna come in and get a 6.29. Will be the time for Trent Fong. No time for Iron Man here tonight, coming into the next round. Chris Bialik and Max E going to be taking on iPad Master.
Yeah, Max D, Chris. I mean, I'm excited to see what he can do here. But there's a lot of factors. I mean, I've been talking about him personally all night. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this straight line racing. I mean, it is just go straight. It is just go full throttle. But you get a little crooked, you're done. You know, you one tire, you're done. You got to keep that truck in control at all times at the same time. So there's a lot to balance.
Pouncer will be making it to the line here momentarily. I have gotten word from the driver that, he'll be good to go. Usually we only start the minute clock when I have no word from anybody letting me know what's going on. But Pouncer will be making it to the line, hopefully, here soon. If he doesn't get here to the line soon, I will be starting a minute clock, though, because we have a certain amount of time. His PC shut off. Yep. So we're just going to give this a bye run to Max D then. Max D will be getting a bye run going into the... Oh, nope, he's coming in. Okay. All right, he just joined back.
Nice. Gonna get a solid race here. Pouncer, what did technically take the loss in round one, but he was right there with Incinerator, so this could end up being a good race. It just depends on what goes on the track when it's green, when the lights goes green, you know.
Pouncer's lined up, getting ready to go. All right, Pouncer lined up, ready to go. Again, we're taking on Chris Bialik. Imagine if Chris gets knocked out of racing, then points are even.
Uh-oh. And that puts him in contention once again.
Chris off
and
the
it's
line,
looking
though.
like, yeah, Chris off the line. Pouncer looking good, though. Neck and neck. But it is going to be Max D, Chris Bialik in that maximum destruction machine.
Chris Bialik and Max D will advance into the next round. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your semifinal round. We started with 10, and now we're going to end it with 4. Time's coming in for Chris Bialik and Max D. He's going to be at 6.48. for Chris Bialik and Max D. No time coming in for Pouncer. Tonight it's the battle of the points. Whoever can get the most points here tonight will be your points champion officially.
Which is exciting. I mean, we got a few more events to get through, so points are what they are. But it's still a fight in the middle of the pack and in the front. You know, everywhere. You just gotta do your best. I mean, see who can come out on top.
Mario Ortega and El Diablo taking on Trent Fung and El Toro. Here we go. There's green, dead even off the line.
Oh yeah, look at this. Wow.
Toro will
El
advance.
Toro Loco.
I hate to say it, but I don't think there's a better lane here tonight. Both drivers were dead even off the line, but Toro got him in the purple lane. El Toro Loco will advance into the final round for the first time this season.
Now,
Chris
Chadwick, as you mentioned earlier, the big fight is Chadwick and Chris. And the points fight is close. I mean, it could go either way if Chris manages to slip up just a little bit in these last competitions. And, I mean, Chadwick, you can't count him out either. So he's going to definitely give it his all. And he has a strong possibility of actually performing really well. So I'm looking forward to how the rest of the night goes and finding out for sure our points champion at the end of it.
Blake Thompson will be taking on Chris Bialik. Talk about a place where he can slip up. This right here is that place.
Yeah, and this is not technically a rematch, but I mean our second time tonight being Gravedigger take on Max D, the biggest rivalry in Monster Jam. So this is cool here, and this is a completely different racing style as well. So this is going to be interesting to see compared to what we just saw in Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland was a banger. Brandon Adams is your points champion for Stadium Tour 1. Believe it or not, no shocker there. But maybe Chris Bialik can also take home a series championship for Team Max D.
That would be crazy. Double Max D points championships on two different tours in the same season. That'd be nice.
There's green, dead even off line.
Oh, Gravedigger looking like he's edging it out just a bit.
Wow, what a finish!
I think that was Gravedigger, but both these drivers have times, I believe. So we'll see how that turns out.
It's going to come down to this replay that we're looking at right now, and we're going to check it out and see who is the winner in that race. It is under review currently to see who is the winner for that round 3 semifinal race.
Man, that was close. I thought Digger had it for sure, and then right at the line, as I was calling out Digger, it was neck and neck. It was right there. They were right there.
Your winner, Chris Bialik, and
Wow.
Max D knocks out Digger.
That is insane. Coming from behind, I mean, they were pretty close, but Digger definitely had a lead leading up to the line, but he, in typical Max D fashion, just slingshotting across the finish line.
It's time for your final round here tonight. Times came in for the last round that we just had. Chris Bialik is 6.3. Blake Thomas is 6.2. Oh, is that right? I guess it is. I don't know. I think my times are off there, but I'm going to put down the time that I saw. Probably not correct, but doesn't matter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your final round here tonight. And it comes down to your final two drivers. Coming out tonight looking to win racing here tonight. Chris Bialik in Max D. And for the first time this season, he's going to be taking on a man in the finals for the first time. Trent Fung in El Toro Loco.
Of all the trucks we've seen race tonight, El Toro, I feel like is the one we've seen the least. And he's right here in the finals, throwing it down against our potential tour champion. We'll see how he does here in the final round, and that could lock him in place as our tour champion. But we'll find out at the end of the night. A lot of a lot of controversy over that last one. But I mean, the replay tells it all. It is Max D is our winner, and he's here lining up for our final round, going hard for the tour championship.
There's green. Who's gonna win?
Neck and neck. Look at this.
El
Wow.
Toro Loco wins racing in West Lebanon.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. That's all I have. I don't want to count anybody out, but I did not expect that. Man. Shout out to Trent Fung, our racing champion here in West Lebanon, taking it home with this straight line racing in the mud, killing it tonight. And what a final race.
Celebrating here tonight in West Leb. Oh my God.
Getting into some
Trent
trouble.
Fung, El Toro Loco, your racing winner here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the wheelie competition. Drivers have this entire field that they can hit. They can hit any ramp here tonight. 2 hits total. And it's going to be a good one here tonight for the wheelie competition. I'm really excited to see what happens here tonight in wheelies.
Yeah, last week we saw a lot of pretty wild moves. So I'm curious to see what these guys are going to do. One of the big things was, moving out of the arena onto a big floor and being able to really walk some stuff out. Some guys weren't aware that they could do what we saw some of the other guys do. So now, with that out of the way, now that they know, I'm curious to see what type of creativity we're going to see. And I think it's going to impact the competition big time.
Wheelie competition is going to be an interesting one here tonight. I'm trying to figure out what the best camera angle is here for wheelies, but I guess I'll figure it out as the night goes on. Trent Fung picks up his first win of the season, as he will go into our next competition as the winner.
I mean, that has to feel good, Not only is it your first win of the season, but you knocked out our our tour leader right now, Chris Bialik, killing it all season, killing it tonight, killing it. Well, what I saw personally last week in Stafford, and it took him out in the final round. I mean, just a blatant win. You know what I mean? It took me a minute to find the word, but just like a straight up win for Trent Funk.
And a deserved win.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Trent Fung leading the overall standings right now, as now time for the wheelie competition. Drivers have 2 hits, any ramp on the track they can hit here tonight. Well, coming up first for the wheelie competition, it's been too long, man. It's Tim Clapper in for Asher. All right, here we go. Tim has the go. Both judges scoring out of a 10.
And now this is your guy. This is the guy you told me to watch. Eyes are glued to the screen right now. I'm hyped. I'm excited to see what he can bring out. Wow, what a move.
You thought it was time trials.
That would have won, man.
Yeah, that's
Tim
what it is.
Clapper getting set up here to go wild in the wheelie competition.
You know, there was a while I thought Tim Clapper was going to win the point series at the very beginning, but, you know, a little attendance issues, but let's see what he can do for his first hit. Nice slap wheelie.
Beautifully done. Walking it out, dragging that tailgate.
Nice slap wheelie. First hit down.
Oh, snap the tie rod, though. That's going to hurt for his second attempt.
Huge floor for these drivers, so, I mean, let's see what he can do. Lining up for a second hit here on the backside of the cars. Lining her up. Here we go, maybe. Here we go.
Yep. Nice.
Second hit. Popping it up. Riding it out. Give it up for Tim Clapper and Thrasher.
Yeah, solid effort for that second hit, but that tie rod issue is just, it was destined to hurt him. You know what I mean? Even if he had to ride it out, he would have had to control it, moving side to side. So, I mean, good effort, solid effort.
Score's coming in for Tim Clapper and Thrasher. What will the score be? Will it be enough to kick the bar off? So 11.75 will be the score for Tim Clapper and Thrasher. As our next driver getting ready to go here tonight is JJ Bernard in the Incinerator.
Now, one of the things that I mentioned last week with that that chassis, or with the way the suspension is set up, it'll kick you with the rear end, and that's something that I saw personally in Stafford. Trying to go for the wheelies, he just couldn't get it when it hit that rear tire. It just forced that nose down. But we'll see how he does here. He's going for a different approach, it looks like. Maybe slap wheelie.
Blowing it up, kind of got his wheel in the water. Here we go. Hey,
oh, wow.
An incinerator wheelie. Talk about something new.
Yeah, huge sky wheelie, slamming that tailgate right down into those cars. Nice move to get us started.
Going for a second hit.
Taking a tour around the track here,
Oh,
getting set up maybe for that jammer. Very slick. You see him sliding around over there, trying to get it under control. Going for the jammer.
Oh,
Huge
God!
hit.
Oh, my! Oh, my!
Over he goes. And that's going to do it. Incinerator down.
Incinerator, up and over he goes. Will that be enough to take the lead here in the wheelie contest? Gonna be a 9 for Incinerator, means still the lead is Thrasher with 11.75.
Yeah, just an unfortunate turn of events there. I mean, you get in the moment, you know, you get hype, but you really gotta check up on yourself. You know what I mean? You can really throw off a solid score with going too hard. Wyatt McGarren now in Prowler coming out here, and I remember Prowler did pretty well in Stafford. So I'm looking forward to this for sure.
Wyatt can be a wheelie machine himself when he wants to be, so let's see what he can do. You know, you got big guys like Chadwick Deerfoot, Chris Bialik, and Blake Thompson coming out. You know they're going to be creative out of the wazoo, so...
Yeah, and coming out early in the competition, you really want to make a mark so that you can stay on top even after they come out. So I'm curious to see what he has.
Oh, man!
Oh, yeah.
Talk about
Nice.
a rod break.
Yeah, nice sky wheelie, but there goes another tie rod, and that's going to hurt your second attempt. Like I said with Tim, you can pull something cool out, but it's going to take a lot of control to not roll the truck in a wheelie, rocking back and forth from broken tie rod tire to broken tie rod tire.
That's another part they're going to have to fix later on tonight.
Yeah.
Coming around. It is a little slick out here. You notice the driver's sliding just a little bit. Not too much, but... Running up for a second hit here.
Looks like he's going to go for a sky wheelie.
Oh, no, not
Oh.
exactly a sky wheelie. Give it up.
Interesting move, but nothing came from it.
No. Scores coming in. What will it come out for scoring? Wyatt McCarron coming out, not exactly getting what he wanted there. Score coming in for Prowlers, only going to be a 6.75. One of the lower scores here tonight. Still in the lead is Thrasher with an 11.75.
Yeah, we still have, as you mentioned, we still have our creative, our tour leaders and stuff coming. But I mean, if you would have told me a little while ago that Tim's run would have still been on the board, I mean, I haven't seen him, so I wouldn't have known. But I didn't expect it for sure. Next up, Iron Man taking the track.
Jackson Morris coming out, backing up for Neil Farrell. Here we go. Full lineup here tonight. 10 trucks total.
Yeah, he's gonna start us off with that jammer hit, getting a nice run up.
Ooh, got a good run up for a slap wheelie.
Yeah, perfect slap wheelie, dragging those blasters, those thrusters in the back.
Ooh!
Setting it down just in time.
Now, remember, you talked about a lot of people are going to go for just a ride it out slap wheelie. You said that after time, if people do it a lot, it might not score as good. So creativity is key.
Absolutely, and that's something that we saw in Stafford. People trying to mix it up with double slap wheelies. Then we saw somebody else and repeat that, and that kind of lost its edge. You know what I mean? And it's gonna do that. So we'll see how everybody does.
Oh
here.
man!
Going for the sky wheelie, hard hit on the rear end, and look at that slap wheelie on the end of it too.
Give it up for Jackson Morris and Iron Man. Put up some good wheelies on the board. Just how will it score with the judges when it comes to taking the lead? $13.5, your new leader in the wheelie competition, Jackson Morris in Iron Man.
I mean, we just saw him go crazy in freestyle in Oakland. If that's any indication of what's coming from him tonight in West Lebanon, I'm excited to see what's to come. But he's definitely carrying that momentum so far into the wheelie competition for sure.
He's carrying a lot of momentum as of late. Jackson Morris competed all the way back in season 1. Drove a truck that wasn't invented back in 2014. But he's been doing great so far here tonight. Well, coming up next, he's driving for Levi Simpson. It's iPad Master and Pouncer.
Pouncer able to come back after Incinerator's DQ in racing. Didn't make it past that next attempt, but had a solid race for sure. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has. We just saw Prowler come out, the sister truck to Pouncer. So we'll see how it works here. He's going for a slap wheelie. Very slick, losing a lot of traction there, but a solid slap wheelie.
See what else he can do here. He has another hit here that he can do.
Yeah, one more attempt on the board for Pouncer. We're gonna see what he can do to switch it up. He might be going for that same sky wheelie that everybody's been hitting, but he's gonna take on the backside of the racing lane.
Doesn't quite get a slap wheelie out of it.
Yeah, just landing on that downside kind of messed him up and lost all the bounce.
Well, scores coming in for iPad Master and Pouncer. How will that score with the judges? Scores coming in. It's going to be a 9 for Pouncer. Still in the lead. Holding that lead is Jackson Morris with a 13.5.
Yeah, and now we're getting into some of the typical more heavy hitters, and as we mentioned already, the creativity is needed, and it's what's going to start to show if something's going to take the lead. Mario Ortega next out on the track in El Diablo. Last week we did see him kind of bobble one of his attempts. Didn't quite get what he wanted, but I'm looking to see him improve here in West Lebanon.
Mario Ortega, I've known this guy for a long time. I'm excited to see what he can do here tonight. He's been a real joy to watch in this series. Here we go.
Yeah. Turned it up in freestyle back in Stafford as well. Looking for...
Oh, doesn't quite get what he wanted.
Tried to pull out a little bit of a slap wheelie on the end of it, but the lack of traction gets a lot of wheel spin. Doesn't work for him.
Too much mud, not enough tread.
Yeah, exactly.
First one to go for this.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Oh, it just doesn't get it again. Not enough traction. The mud's biting people in the butt here tonight when it comes to that wheelie contest.
Yeah, if this was any other event, that might have been a nice slap wheelie, but tonight it was not happening for him.
Drivers coming out here now. Give him, you know, heads up. They're doing their best out here tonight, trying everything they possibly can. Mario only getting a 6.25 for his wheelie contest hits.
Yeah, and I mean, it is what it is. Once you do it, you're done. But I mean, that still has to hurt. But we still got 2 more competitions to go tonight, so there is a chance to kind of make up for the lack of performance, for lack of a better word, that he had in the wheelie competition.
Especially freestyle, huge floor for freestyle. Very excited.
Yeah, looking forward to it big time.
Waiting for our next competitor to come out and get ready for the wheelie contest. He recently won the racing contest. Of course, I'm talking about Trent Fung in El Toro Loco.
I'm looking forward to this one, not only because he's our current or our reigning racing winner here, but I believe that he's looking to bring out some of that creativity that we've been
Look at the slide.
mentioning over and over. And yeah, exactly, the slide. This track is wet, to say the least.
Yep, Dirt Crew trying their very best to keep this track a little dry. What is he going for here? Oh!
Oh, this is definitely something new. Gonna
Going
completely
for this cross thread.
Nice. Slap wheelie too? Yup.
Powered up! Oh, sliding! Almost
Trying
at
to
the wall.
keep it off the wall. Does manage to keep it off the wall, but what a move there. That's definitely going to set the bar high for him, get some points on the board. This next one, he could fudge it a little bit and still have a decent score on the board.
Popping it up. Nice slap wheelie. Look at the smoke.
Oh, smoke blowing.
Combo.
Fans gotta love that. Look at that.
Oh, man. There it goes. REI was
the
called.
wall.
Give it
Yeah.
up for Trent Fung. El Toro Loco.
That one hurts, the snapping the wheel like that, man.
Great second hit. The first hit wasn't all that, but was able to get something out of it.
I loved it. I love the different attempt that we haven't seen so far, and that second one riding out the wheelie with after the slap wheelie, I believe he killed it. That was yeah.
Well, he takes the lead. 13.75. Barely edges out Iron Man and takes the lead.
Grabs the lead by 0.25 of a point, and it works, man. A lead is a lead, and Trent Fung has done it. He is so far leading both of the competitions we've seen tonight. Our next competitor, though, bringing out some of that creativity that we were talking about, Chadwick Deerfoot, one of our leaders on the tour so far. And look at this. He's coming out a way we haven't seen so far tonight either.
Coming out here tonight. Let's see what Chad can do here in West Leb.
Definitely curious to see if anybody's gonna hit the side of that jump again, or if that's done for the night. That was a cool, a unique thing, and I think that's the coolest thing about it, is that it's something different, something we haven't seen.
Nice slap wheelie from Chad. Classic.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
Nice.
riding it out. Still going.
Yeah, look at that, dude.
Oh my God.
Tire.
What a hit.
What a wheelie. Walking it down the entire track almost. Chadwick Deerfoot killing it.
I hate
with
to
that
say it,
move.
but that might be a wheelie of the air nominee. He was on one wheel at one point.
Yeah, absolutely. Killed it there.
Chadwick's looking to make up some points here, and by winning the wheelie competition, that might just do it.
We'll see how he does here as he heads to the backside of the other racing lane.
Oh,
Going for the
go.
same move. Nicely
Riding it
done.
out. One wheel
Into
again.
trouble.
Does it again. Almost replicates it. Set it down.
Yeah, that was solid. That was solid, to say the least.
What will the score be for Chadwick Deerfoot? 2 crazy long hits. $16 for Chadwick Deerfoot. Blows into the lead. Now in the lead, Chadwick Deerfoot, Carolina Crusher.
Now there we go. That's what we were talking about, that there's a lot of competitions, so anything could happen with our top two, the Carolina Crusher and Max D fight for that top spot, and it's coming to fruition here in the wheelie competition.
Coming out next, it's Chris Bialik, Max D.
And here's the other half of that little rivalry we got on this tour. I'm looking forward to seeing what Chris can do. I mean, I've been saying that all night about about everybody and about Chris specifically as well, but it's true, man. I'm very curious to see what these guys got. Chris really stood out last week in the wheelie competition, taking the win there. So we'll see how he does here. Look at this.
Riding it out, nice, slow, and methodical.
Yep.
Up the hill.
Straight
down
that racing lane. That car set did give him a little bit of trouble, but a solid move to get us started.
Can't forget the ragged edge that Chadwick had in that wheelie. That's going to be hard to beat. Let's see what he can do for his second hit. Looks like he's testing out the slickness there, doing a little brake check.
Yeah. Back to your point, he was doing. Chadwick had that ragged edge. Chris definitely had something a lot more controlled, but it's different. You know what I mean?
Nice.
He walked it straight down that racing lane. Look at this.
Slap wheelie, gets really close to that wall, almost hit it.
Get into trouble. Ascending down on all fours. What a move there. A couple moves from Chris.
Score coming in for Chris Bialik and Max D. How will that sit with the judges here?
This is how it's gonna be.
14.25 will be the score for Chadwick Deerfoot. Or I'm sorry, Chris Bialik, as there's one more driver to go here tonight for the wheelies.
Yeah, not too far behind Chadwick, but Chadwick, as you said, that chaos, that little bit of controlled chaos really gave him the edge and really set him over the top when comparing directly to Chris's run.
Well, coming out next, talk about ragged edge and controlled. Maybe the king of that, Blake Thompson in Gravedigger coming out.
This is another one, man. This is, I mean, we saw him perform in racing tonight, but I mean, we saw last week an insane freestyle run in Stafford, and if he can bring any of that energy into the wheelie competition tonight, then Chadwick better be on his toes.
Absolutely agree. Here we go.
Black and green wrecking machine.
Gravedigger, Blake Thompson looking to finish up the season strong.
Looks like he's gonna go for that jammer set. Going for the slab wheelie. Nice,
Beautiful.
riding it
Oh!
over the top. Uh-oh. Wow.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh no!
Uh-oh, no.
Yes!
Gets it back on all fours.
Important to
Somehow
remember,
pulling that out.
the save doesn't count for the wheelie, but the wheelie itself is what matters here.
Yeah, and that is unfortunate. Mainly for Blake here, but what a move there with that save.
Nice.
Look at the sky wheelie. Snap.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Oh, I set it to down, but that was really cool no matter what.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. A little short on that second hit. I would have liked to see him be able to ride that out, but you know, with the pogo that you get or whatever, it's hard to control and hard to keep stuff going, depending on the angle of your bounce. So I get it.
Scores coming in for Gravedigger, Blake Thompson. 15 will be the score for Blake Thompson and Gravedigger, which means your wheelie winner here tonight is indeed Chadwick Deerfoot and Carolina Crusher.
Yeah, by 1 point. I mean, either way, those were definitely. I mean, our top two definitely earned the top two spot. Congratulations to Chadwick Deerfoot in that Carolina Crusher truck. Gravedigger right there with him. A solid attempt both times. It sucks that the saves don't count for the wheelies, but rules are rules. And, you know, that was a great run on both hits for Gravedigger. Just a little quick shout out to Gravedigger because his runs ended so abruptly. I just wanted to touch on that one more time.
Well, it's time for the timed racing competition. This is going to be an interesting competition, to say the least. Timed racing coming out here tonight. Can't wait to see who can be the fastest on this track.
Yeah, and this is going to be, I mean, the whole night has been different. A lot of it has been affected by just how slick the track is. So, I mean, this is definitely going to be another thing where the mud plays a huge factor. It played a factor in racing, and it's going to play a huge factor in timed racing because everybody, you're trying to reduce wheel spin as much as possible and be fast. So it's going to be tough.
Right now, it is a tie, three-way tie for the overall event championship. Blake Thompson, Chris Bialik, and Trent Fung tied with 18 points. As coming up first in timed racing, it's Tim Clapper and Thrasher.
Here's your guy, Tim. We saw him go out in round one of racing. Unfortunate. We'll see where he gets on the scale here for timed racing as he launches up and over that fun box for the first time.
It's all about who's fastest around these corners. And, oh, yeah, that is not going to do it. Washing it out in that mud.
Yeah. There's a struggle for sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's nothing else I could say, really. It's going to be a struggle out here for these guys tonight, especially with the mud. But, you know, there's a lot of... You're hitting the reverse side of the stuff that everybody was hitting in racing for half of this. So a lot of rebound that, you know, you're not necessarily used to here in racing tonight. Then combined with the mud in that hairpin, it's gonna be tough.
Time coming in for Thrasher. Let's see what he comes in with. No time coming in for Thrasher somehow. Not sure. Unless he... Nope, no time.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for sure. Not sure what happened. I'm sure I haven't seen him, like I said, in other events, but I'm sure Tim usually does well with the Andy cheat. So I don't. It's unfortunate.
He was on. He was on the wheelies competition map.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Well, Incinerator coming out next for this competition now. No time so far on the board for any of these drivers. Well, coming up next, JJ Bernard and Incinerator could be bad fast.
We'll see how he does here as he comes out onto the track, heading over to his starting position right in front of that fun box. And that's something that we haven't seen, that I haven't seen. I was in Stafford and we did a figure eight through the freestyle obstacles tonight. They're hitting the freestyle obstacle, getting started with the jammer. So this is a cool start, interesting start.
All right, Incinerator.
Sitting on that starting line, ready to go. As we get a green light, we're gonna launch off that line and over the fun box to get us started.
There goes Incinerator, looking to set the first time on the board. Oh god, the thing is bouncing around.
Yep.
Oh,
I
misses
saw
the
it.
ramp. There's a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, this run.
Oh, no!
Over he goes.
And that's going to be it for Incinerator. No time again, as Incinerator will not have a time coming on the board.
2 rolls for Incinerator tonight, and we haven't even gotten to freestyle yet.
Tough.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I saw it as soon as that back tire hit the fun box. You knew it was bad. That thing kicks so hard with the rear end, with the rear suspension. It knocked him off sideways. I mean, it might have been the lineup too, but either way, he went a bit sideways, and then clipping that racing lane didn't help either. So it's just a tough run for Incinerator.
Well, Jackson Morris coming out next in Iron Man. See what he can do here on this timed racing course.
Jackson pulling up to that starting line, staged and ready to go, just waiting for green.
Here we go.
Up and over, nice little sky wheelie. I know this isn't the wheelie competition, but nice sky wheelie.
You know, the most interesting thing about this course is I feel like the launch is the most important part.
Really?
Absolutely. I think if you hammer it too hard, too much hang time in the air, it's going to waste your time. But Jackson Morris coming in clean with the time.
Yeah, our first time on the board. I could see what you're saying. I could definitely see what you're saying. And I could also see what you're saying in the aspect of, how you land. If you set it too high up on a sky wheelie, excuse me, it could knock you sideways, like similar to Incinerator. Not that Incinerator did that, but similar to Incinerator. Or you overshoot it. You tap the brakes at the wrong time. You're going for a slab wheelie. You want to keep it controlled to try and get the fastest time possible.
17.9501 will be the time for Ironman, your first official time on the board. As Trent Fung and El Toro Loco will be coming out next, who won a racing earlier on tonight and looking to win it again here tonight, but in a timed racing competition setting.
Yeah, as you said, current racing champion, looking to do it again here for timed racing, another racing competition. I am curious to see how he's going to do. Look at this.
Downside, that's what I'm talking about right there, that downside.
Beautiful downside. That's what I would try to go for. Not that I can
Ooh,
do
does take it wide.
Yeah,
Washing it out.
There. Getting sideways. Nearly getting that penalty.
Whoa, man. My voice, I'm losing it tonight.
Yeah. Double shows, man. They'll do it to you.
Oh, yeah, that definitely does it right there. El Toro Loco will be coming up the time. Good lap.
A solid pass. Not too bad. A little squirrely, but I mean that's the challenge that comes with this track. Not everybody can tame it all the time.
18.29. Actually, not going to take the lead as Ironman still has the lead.
Yep, Jackson Morris on a roll tonight.
Our guy.
Another competition where he's doing pretty decent so far. He was our first time on the board, granted, but our heavier hitters are coming out in a little bit. But a solid time is a solid time, and he's in the lead right now. Bouncer coming out next on the track, looking to do better than his previous timed racing attempt.
Nice, interesting way to. Oh God, started off.
Yep. See, that's another one. Just clipping those back tires. That's gonna slow you down big time. Having to adjust and
actually going kind of fast
and recover.
Good lap from iPad Master as he finishes it off strong.
Yeah, and a bobble early doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be slow or it's gonna be bad. But I mean, I'm just calling it as I see it.
Time coming in for iPad Master. Curious to see what he can pull time-wise here tonight. Aiden Newton is the name for the bouncer driver. Just getting that now.
Aiden
Newton. Look at Newton bar. Time coming in, it's going to be a 17 point... Wow, that's a bad picture. 17.9829.
Not terrible. Where does he fall on our leaderboard here?
Comes second.
Second, yeah. Not a bad time at all. Slight bobble in the beginning. If he would have tamed that, he could have taken our lead so far tonight.
Our man, Jackson Morris, still has the lead. Well, Prowler is lining up now for our next pass. Genesect or Wyatt McCarron lining it up here on this interesting timed racing course. Here we go, lining it up. Starting it off.
Launching off the line, riding a little bit of a sky wheelie up and over the fun box. First person to attempt it like that.
Kind of slow over the rollers, could have a little bit more speed, but we'll see how it affects him in the time. Oh, washes it out.
Yeah, I was just about to say I think he wanted to bring it really tight around that hairpin, but then it washes out.
See what the time is when it comes in. Still holding the fastest time is Jackson Morris. Time coming in for Prowler. As El Diablo will be coming out next for the competition.
Mario Ortega looking to lay down a solid time, as everybody is. No word from Prowler yet.
Nope, no word from Prowler. Time coming in is going to be an 18.9806 for Prowler. Not fast enough.
Yeah, as you said, not enough. Just not enough to grab one of our podium spots, or especially our leading spot. Mario Ortega and El Diablo lined up, launching off of that line, trying to go for that downside. A little too much sky wheelie.
Pretty fast. Oh, does the washout though.
Yeah.
Everybody's washing out there.
Yeah, it's a
Still
tough
burning
turn.
it down right now. Pretty fast for Mario. See how fast he is.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, I haven't run it, but I'm assuming that's got to be a tough turn. One of our, veterans, Mario, up here, washing out like that. I mean,
Mario with an 18.4881. Not fast enough, but sticks around the bottom three for a times. Chris Bialik coming out, lined up, ready to go.
just about to say big name staged on the board. Going, getting crooked, but nice, keeping it running fast off the line.
SCS here, West Lebanon, washes it out. Whoever takes that better turn, I think, is going to be the winner here tonight.
Yeah.
Chris
I mean,
Bialik.
it's looking solid, crossing the line, looking fast. That we might have a new leader, but that turn is going to determine a lot, and in the sense of it, even if you take it better, I mean, it might be a little slower if you take it tight. You know what I mean?
We indeed do have a new leader, 17.1.
Yeah.
Mind you, Jackson Morris had a 17.9. Chris Bialik, 17.1328. New fastest time.
Nearly a second, and you could feel it. I mean, I with most of these runs, I'm not personally able to feel a difference in the speeds, but that one you could definitely feel that was a new leader as it was racing down the track. So makes a lot of sense, and a solid run from Chris.
You know, Chadwick was saying it earlier on the season. It's a very diverse field of competition. You got guys that are rookies, guys that are veterans, and guys that are, I would say a tweener, right in the middle, in between. And, one thing I agree with Chadwick so much. This is such a diverse field of drivers. Anybody can win on any given night.
Yeah, and I mean, you've had a lot of diversity in the track selections as well. for this season. So I mean, from within stadiums to arenas, especially specifically arenas, coming from the arenas and then now getting these bigger floors. So that's awesome.
Here comes Chadwick Deerfoot. Gonna take a crack at it. He won timed racing not too long ago.
Oh, nice.
Beautifully
and he's looking
down.
to do it again.
Oh my God, Chad!
Uh-oh. But that set him up. Only one not to wash out.
Chad is going for it here tonight.
Yeah, that set him up perfectly. I mean, it looked awkward, but it gave him the bounce he needed to enter that turn. And look at him.
New leader, 16.8. Wow.
16.8. That's a whole, what, 3.3 seconds? Killing it, man. Chadwick really wants that top spot on the tour, and he's making a solid effort to do so. I mean, he is above Chris here in this competition. I think it all comes down to freestyle when all is said and done.
One more driver to go. Blake Thompson and Gravedigger. Chadwick Deerfoot holds the lead.
Chadwick back in the pits right now, not happy with his run, but he's in the top spot. I mean, he did have a little bit of a bobble, and granted, it did set him up pretty nicely for that turn. But if he could have improved that, that would have been an insane time compared to the rest of our competition.
Here comes Blake Thompson out next.
Launching off the line, going for that downside, gets it beautifully.
How can he take this final turn? There, that's the turn I'm telling you right there. Tight turn, hugs the corner.
Does get a little close to one tiring though on that first hill.
But finishes off the pass.
Yeah. If he finishes, if he's good, he's good. But I'm just, he was close there.
Wow. 15.9 from Gravedigger's Blake Thompson, which means your wheelie or time racing winner here tonight is Blake Thompson in Gravedigger, taking home that timed racing win.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Big shout out to Blake Thompson. What a run.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's my favorite time of the competition. It's time for the freestyle competition. Drivers have 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. Preston, I say it every single week in and week out. Once that timer hits 60 seconds, you're hitting your final 30. Once you hit 30 seconds left on the clock, time is up, and that is it.
Yeah, it's a little different compared to our stadium series. You got two on this on the RORSCS tour, so it's you got a little bit less time here, but it's generally smaller venues. Tonight we do have a lot less hits, a lot less big hits as compared to our stadium series as well. So I mean, that's how it is, man. You get less time with less hits. So these drivers have to mix it up to keep it exciting for these fans and for us judges. I mean, we gotta score your run, so you better give us all we need, all we can eat here in the freestyle competition to keep us satisfied and get your name up on top.
Freestyle is going to be anybody's game here tonight. Two judges scoring out of a total score of a 20. Myself and Preston Vieira, the co-host here for RORSCS. As the season goes on, the competitions get better and better, and the points get closer and closer.
I'm the baddest mother up in here, and I'm about to make it clear. It's going down like I told you. I'm the baddest mother up in here. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'll have you begging for my
Blake Thompson has right now clinching or trying to clinch that overall event championship. Well, right now he has a 28, and here's the interesting thing, Preston, is Chadwick Deerfoot and Chris Bialik are tied for second place with 26s.
Yeah, and it really comes down to this. I mean, in that rivalry, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, and then coming down to it overall event here, Blake Thompson is in the lead, as you said, but it all comes down to freestyle. If Blake can continue the momentum he's had in the past competitions tonight and from Stafford, it's looking good for him in freestyle. But this is a different track. This is a different day. Anything can happen.
Let's see what Tim Clapper can do as he's going to start us off here tonight in freestyle. Starting it off. Here we go. Tim Clapper and Thrasher starting off.
Getting us started fast and getting into a little bit of trouble fast, nosing over pretty hard. But he is on all fours, still running as he tosses it into some donuts.
Good Lord, Tim! Slow it down.
Yeah. What a way to announce your presence, being the first one out on the track as well. So there's a little bit of pressure there to throw down a solid run. You really got to go hard to get your name on top and stay on top. But I mean, hey, he's doing it. He's throwing it down.
You know, the biggest thing is drivers are not allowed to jump over the barrier, and they are recommended to stay off the barrier, or RIs will have to be called.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
Knocking it out,
Wow.
too.
Oh my God.
Man, they fixed that tie rod, and he said, "I'm going for it." I messed up my wheelies with that tie rod issue. I'm going hard on wheelies and freestyle.
Oh, he hits the car. I didn't. That's not even a car you're supposed to hit, but okay. I mean, I like it.
Yeah, he's hitting it. If it's on the track, he's going for it.
I honestly didn't think anybody was gonna hit that. Oh my God.
Popping it up, getting into a little bit of trouble, but slowing it down.
I can't
Keeping
believe
it off
he.
the wall.
I can't believe he hit those cars. Good run so far, nonetheless.
A slap wheelie. Look at this. Right into that. Uh-oh.
Oh my!
That's going to be an RII.
That
Oh, man.
is it. Give it up for Tim Clapper and Thrasher.
Nearly fills time, though. Solid run to get us started. A wild first run of the night.
Scores coming in for Tim Clapper and Thrasher. 25.25 will be the score for Tim Clapper and Thrasher.
Yeah, nice. Great run. Really getting right there to filling the clock. I mean, he didn't, but a wild run, nearly filling the clock. Great job. And it can only get wilder. That's the crazy thing.
Coming up next for freestyle, it's our man Jackson Morris in Iron Man. Some people call him the fastest. Some people call him a time traveler.
Yeah, definitely in the nickname consideration for sure. I don't know how he does it, man, but I mean, Oakland to New York in a day, in less than a day, in 30 minutes. That's pretty wild.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Jackson Morris taken to the track in that Iron Man machine. Looking to throw down some freestyle in here in West Lebanon. He put down an incredible run in Oakland not that long ago, an hour ago. And he's looking to continue that momentum, and he went wild, so I'm looking forward to it.
Starting it off, nice slap wheelie. Where was that? Jackson in the wheelies. Wow. Riding it out for his first hit. Whole lot of obstacles that you can hit here tonight.
Yeah.
Haven't seen anybody conquer that center jackrabbit ramp yet, just so far.
Not yet, but I got a feeling.
There it is.
Iron Man.
Oh! Wow.
Huge hit.
I think he might have.
And I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Might have turned on those rockets on the back and flew across the track.
Yeah.
Slap wheelie,
Definitely.
nice.
Definitely turned on the fans here with that air. That was huge, dude. This is only truck 2.
Out of 10, it's going to get better and better. Jackson Morris, so far, so good, conquering this wet, slick, moist.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Cross thread.
Nice.
Keeping it controlled,
Oh!
too. Not getting tripped up. Oh, man. Hard hit there. Losing those thrusters.
30 seconds left! Wow.
There's another one. That had to hurt. Man, that was a rough landing on the rear end. But keeping it going.
Drivers just taking different approaches to this track as the night goes on. Jackson taking a little bit more of an aggressive approach.
Yeah, and I mean, you love to see it though.
Oh!
The judges are definitely loving it. Yeah, he's down to his final 5 seconds here, so I mean, I think we got a new leader. Not sure how long it'll hold being the second truck of the night with our heavy hitters to come still, but what a run from Jackson Morris.
That's gonna be time. Give it up for Jackson Morris in Iron Man. As the scores are coming in for Jackson Morris, what will the scores say? $29.75 will be the score for Jackson Morris in Iron Man.
Yeah, and if you weren't here in Oakland, we just saw our highest score of the series, a 35 to Izzy Martinez in Son of a Digger. He's not competing here tonight in West Lebanon, but I mean, we're on the fast track to beat out that score. If it's going to get better than what Jackson Morris just did, and he got a 29, excuse me, we're on the fast track to knocking that record out.
Yeah, I mean, scores are only going to get higher and higher as the season goes on. Well, coming up next, this guy, maybe one of the most chaotic freestylers, Mario Ortega and El Diablo coming out next. Mario coming out and starting it off. Nice air to start it off. Score to beat 29 from Jackson Morris in Thrasher. Oh, getting a little wild.
Getting a little tripped up. I was just about to say.
Oh, Mario, save it!
Going over. Can he get it? Oh, man.
That's going to be it. Give it up for El Diablo's Mario Ortega.
Unfortunately, my mic was muted, so you didn't hear me. But I was just saying, man, I love the chaos. So he's performing directly for me. But I love it when you can fill the clock, too. And he wasn't able to do that tonight.
Not able to fill the clock. Clock is very important in getting points.
Absolutely.
Coming out next for freestyle, Wyatt McCarran in Prowler. Solid driver, big cat body.
Gotta love it. Bringing the classics out here to West Lebanon. Looking to go hard here in freestyle and take a win if he can. I mean, I'm rooting for everybody out on the track. I think anybody can do it. Every day is a different day, and you never know what could happen out on these tracks with these big trucks and this big cat. Prowler getting into a little trouble before the run even starts.
Starting it off. Classic Pizzo style.
Yeah.
See what he can do with the rest of the run.
Getting tripped up a little bit there, but it's all right. It's running. Taking on that racing lane, getting a nice little bit of air. Just transitional moves, you know. You gotta get across the track. Gotta find that next big thing. Oh, flipping the trailer there. Running a little too close to the pits.
REI was called. Looks to be ignoring the REI. Yep, there he goes. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be done either way because of the REI being ignored. But give it up for Wyatt McCarran in Prowler.
And that's unfortunate, man. It's tough to control these trucks in the mud, but control is necessary. That's gonna hurt him big time.
Still score to beat Iron Man Jackson Morris with a 29.75. I'm surprised Jackson Morris isn't in that overall. Actually, he's right there for that overall. Let's see if we can finish off the night strong. Many awesome trucks still to come here tonight for freestyle. One of them coming up next is a guy who's been on fire all night long, especially with picking up the racing win.
Oh yeah, Trent Funk, El Toro Loco, looking to double down here, racing and freestyle. Definitely possible. We'll see what's up, but he's throwing it down tonight. He's doing a good job.
See if we can get that truck started up now. Coming up next for freestyle, Trent Fung in El Toro Loco. See what Trent Fung and El Toro Loco can do as he starts it off. Nice way to start it off. Right into a slap wheelie. I did not expect a slap wheelie out of that. Score to beat 29.75 from Jackson Maurice. As El Toro Loco was going to take a crack at it here tonight. Toro coming out, got some pretty decent momentum flying across the track. Oh my god! Nice air!
Yeah, what a hit. Huge air sky wheelie across the track. That has to be a little sketchy riding in that El Toro Loco truck and looking at the sky.
Look at that mud kicking them all the way out to the end zone, pretty much, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I mean, just a testament to the speed and power of these trucks.
Wow.
Sky wheelie.
Beautiful pogo, classic Lupe.
Yeah, huge hit there. Looking for his next move, struggling with that broken tie rod.
He has 30 seconds left, or 20 seconds left now at this point to impress. See what he can do.
Going big.
Oh my!
Look at that. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Hurt. Oh! RII for sure.
That's
Down
it.
goes the bull. And what a way to make an effort for that traditional double down from Trent Funk.
That was one of the hardest hits I've ever seen in the Arena Series.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the place to do it. I mean, you have that massive run up, leading right up to that center jackrabbit, as you call it. So, I mean, wow.
Scores coming in for Trent Fong and El Toro Loco. What will it score?
Forgot about that part. Hold on.
You're good, I got you.
Okay.
19.25 will be the score for El Toro Loco. Not enough to take the lead, but what a wild run he was having. Freestyle winding down here. It's coming out next. It's Aiden Newton in the Pouncer.
Now here's the thing, we just saw Prowler come out here and not do what he wanted to do. Sister truck to that Prowler truck. Different driver, different day. So we'll see how he does here. Getting a nice little bit of air. Look at the combo there. Wheelie across those rollers.
Aiden Newton, good friend, loves dirt racing, and here tonight he has a good chance to play in the dirt in West Leb.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that.
Pouncer coming out here.
Truck around, looking for his next hit. Taking on that racing lane, gonna go across the spread a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, nice bit of air. Do want to see him turn it up a little bit as we get down to getting close to these final 30 seconds of this run. I'm sure he has it in him. I want to see him do it.
Absolutely. You know, this isn't even his drive or his ride. This is a rental for him basically this weekend. So feel free to tear it up.
Oh, look at that. There we go. Getting the energy up a little bit. Nice air on the backside of that hit.
30 seconds left for Pouncer to fill the clock. See what he can do. Turn it up. Oh my!
Yep,
Getting crazy.
Nice air. Drifting that thing around. Trying to keep it off the jammer. Can't quite.
Going for this cross thread.
Uh-oh.
Oh my!
Huge sky wheelie. Beautiful move there from Pouncer. And we're getting down to these final 10 seconds. And, I mean, he's turning it up. I asked for it. I got it.
Oh!
Nice. Keeping it off the walls, too. And that is going to do it. Pouncer running out the clock.
Pouncer fills the clock. What will the score come to? Pretty good run.
Yeah, solid run.
$27.75 will be the score for Pouncer. Good enough for his second place.
Yeah, he's getting up there. Not enough to grab the lead from Jackson Morris in that Iron Man truck. But now we're getting down to it. I mean, plain and simple, we got our heavy hitters coming up. Incinerator's coming out next, right?
Incinerator will be going on a little bit later on tonight. If
Later
he's
on,
able to get
okay.
the truck started up, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we're jumping straight into the heavy hitters then. So I mean, I am rooting for Jackson Morris, but I see this I see this going two ways, and I'm leaning heavily towards the other one.
This can go either way at this point for freestyle, as anybody can slip up, and one guy looking to
Yeah.
not slip up, Chris Bialik and Max D.
Absolutely. Had a slip in racing, just letting that racing championship blow by him. But he's coming out here in freestyle, looking to take out his opponents here and leave his mark on the competition tonight. Man, I wasn't here for it, so I just want to say, look at the air in his preview, in his preview cuts.
Jack
Those are
Merkel
crazy.
and Max D did a great job last season. Actually, almost
Oh,
doubled down
okay,
in Roll
okay.
Finals.
Really?
Starting it off.
Oh, going right into it with a slap wheelie down the track.
Wow, really riding it all the way down.
That was just straight up balance. He wasn't even leaning on the chassis or nothing. He was just straight up powering that balance down the track. Gonna go for another one here.
Curious to
Oh,
see
no.
what he can do here. Oh, nice.
Yup. Nice air. A little tripped up on that racing lane, but he's running.
So far,
Nice hit
so
there.
good. Flying around the track. Score to beat 29.75 from Iron Man.
Yeah, and one of those things, you're like you said, you're not allowed to jump those barriers, but you
Nice.
really got to look out for them. If you tag it, I'm sure you rip that tire right to the side. We saw it in wheelies. So
Nice
you
combo.
Don't want to do that in freestyle, but you do
Oh!
want to do that. Look at this,
Save it in the mud.
and pulling it out. Chris Bialik pulling out an incredible save there. 20 seconds just about left on the clock for Chris in this Max D truck, and he's going wild so far.
Did it in the slick mud, even cooler.
Yeah. He just caught that rut. Did you see that tires getting into
Yeah.
the rut? Probably.
Oh, man.
Oh, snaps that rear end.
Time's
Sets it back
paused.
down.
Got an RII midway through. We're going to go ahead and let him finish off his final 7 seconds.
Yeah, 7 seconds on the clock. It is something. Not much, but it is enough to get him down to his final hit. Or one of his final hits here.
Yep.
But knowing Chris, I mean, look at that. Nice hit.
Nice.
Getting kind of twisted up. Oh.
Fills the clock. That's time. Give it up for
What a
Chris Bialik.
save.
Yeah, Max D, yeah.
And he's going to keep going for the fans. Look at that. Down he goes and save it. Just for the fans there. No score. Well, no points will be added to his score, but that was a nice little save just for these fans.
Score's coming in for Chris Bialik. How will it sit with the judges? 30.5 will be the score for Chris Bialik and Max D. Here, a new leader, Chris Bialik and Max D.
Yeah. Solid run. Deserving of that win, or that lead, excuse me. Taking it up to a 30. Up almost a full point from Jackson Morris's Ironman freestyle score. And, I mean, Chris killed it. It's a solid run, and that save, man, that save was incredible. He had 2 big saves, but, I mean, that save in the rut, that was nice, man. That was nice.
Coming up next, this guy can throw down a heater. It's Chadwick Deerfoot and Carolina Crusher.
Yep, and he's one of our big 3, right? Big 3 for the night. So, I mean, you can't really count him out. You only have big expectations for him. And that can hurt sometimes. I mean, sometimes when you got a lot of people putting pressure on you, it can hurt you. But being the veteran that he is, I'm sure he knows just how to shake it off. And we'll see some big moves from him tonight.
Oh, man. Is he starting this off with a reverser?
Oh, no. I didn't see this coming at all.
Starting it off with the reverser all the way up the ramp. Set it back down. I would have never...
a reverse sky wheelie out of that. That was nice.
Would have never expected that from Chadwick Deerfoot, but looks like Chadwick's got a lot of moves up his sleeve, it looks like, here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Final show of the season. He's going all
Oh, my, Chad. Wow, cleared it.
Yeah, huge hit there. Going all out, trying to win this tour championship. And he's right there neck and neck with Chris. So, I mean, it could go either way. Look at the slap wheelie.
Wow, what a slap wheelie. Great technicality. Chadwick is...
pulling out that wheelies move that he did earlier tonight.
Chad has gotten so good with these wheelies. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, a season on his back now, nearly clipping that.
Whoa, biggest air of the night.
Huge hit.
Final 30 seconds for Chadwick Deerfoot. Might have clipped something there, but hopefully he can just finish it off.
He's limping a bit, but that could, spice things up a little bit in these final couple seconds.
Either way, he's having a great run.
Yep.
Just want to see how he can finish it here.
10 seconds left. He's going to go for the cross thread.
Crossing it up. Getting technical.
Over he goes. No save.
That's going to be it. Had 2 seconds left on the clock. Give it up for Chadwick Deerfoot and Carolina Crusher.
Yeah. Great run.
$30.25 will be the score for Chadwick Deerfoot. Almost. Just barely.
Not enough to grab that lead spot. Chris leads by 0.25 with a 30.5 over Chadwick's 30.25. What an outcome. I mean, these two have been battling it out all night. They've been battling it out all season, and here tonight in freestyle, there's neck and neck. I mean, still battling it out, but neck and neck. Now here comes something that I am very interested to see how it'll play out. Blake is coming out next, right?
Nope. Actually, it's gonna be JJ Bernard, an incinerator, coming out next.
Now we got that incinerator truck, and after him, then we got Blake, and that's the one that I'm really looking for. I don't want to count JJ out, but coming out this late in competition, you really want to go big, and it could go south for this truck. So I'm looking to see how Gravedigger can handle it later on tonight. But anything can happen.
Starting it off. You talk about going south. Remember what he did in Stafford? Nosedived it. Huge air.
Exactly. Huge hit there. And we get a little preview of that nosedive right there. He did have a great arc. Kept it on all fours, but I mean, that could go south.
Surprised this truck's back in one piece after last weekend. Went about 20 feet in the air and landed on his face. Nice air.
Huge hit. Slap wheelie.
Oh, hits the wall.
Flips the wall, yep.
Lucky he didn't hit it harder. Oh, no!
Oh, yeah, down he goes.
That's going to be
what I'm talking about.
A wall hit for Incinerator. Give it up for JJ Bernard and Incinerator.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You go out that late when you're usually, beginning or middle of the pack. You want to go big to try and stake your claim or whatever, but it can go south for you, and it did.
Score's gonna come in. It's gonna be an 11. One more truck to go, and I am really excited to see what he can do here.
Yeah, and this is where I fall back into what I was saying. I'm looking forward to it. Blake Thompson, Gravedigger, just fresh off of the freestyle win last week in Stafford, looking to double, well, not technically double down, but double his freestyle win.
Double up, I guess.
Yeah, double them up in a row. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how it compares to our big two tonight.
Blake Thompson considers himself the big one in that 3, or in that big 2. Let's see what he can
We'll
do.
see how the big one does here.
Big 1. Starting it off.
Nice hit in the racing lane.
Some argue that he had one of the freestyles of the year last event in Stafford, Connecticut. You can actually follow us on RORSCS on Instagram, where you can follow up and catch up with all the winning runs and all the big announcements following through the season. Nice slap wheelie. So follow us on Instagram at RORSCS.
Yeah, definitely hit that follow button. There's a lot of good recap images, and
Nice!
You get event updates as well over there, so it's something you don't want to miss out on. Head over to Instagram, follow at RORSCS. Blake Thompson having a solid run, rough hit on that front end, up and over that racing lane, but he's keeping it running.
Wow.
And that truck is strong out here in West Lebanon.
Spinning it around near the trailers. Crazy hit. Oh, baby.
Going for the center, too.
Woo! Nice air.
Huge air, dude. Getting into a little bit of trouble, but keeping it on all fours. Something is hurt. He is wobbling when he gets into these turns, hiking it up on 2 wheels a lot.
Classic Adam Anderson donut. Oh, no.
Oh,
That's going to be it.
I don't think that's going to be enough to grab the lead.
Only time will tell. Scores coming in for Blake Thompson and Gravedigger. 25.5 will be the score for Blake Thompson, which means your freestyle winner here tonight is Chris Bialik in Max D.
Yeah, man, well deserved. A great run from Max D. 2 massive saves. Well, 1 massive save and one really cool save. And a great night overall as well from Chris in that Max D truck.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to crown a series champion. One of these drivers had the most consistency this entire season. And give us 1 second. We're going to get the points down and see who our champion is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your series champion, Chris Bialik in Max D. Congratulations to Chris Bialik and Max D. Bust out the champagne. Max D takes home another series championship.
Yeah, what a night, what a run. Congratulations to Chris. Huge win under his belt for the season here. RORSCS Season 2.
Season 3.
3, my bad. As it was coming out, I was questioning it, and I knew it was wrong, but I went with it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Arena Series has been fantastic. with drivers like Chadwick Deerfoot, Blake Thompson, Chris Bialik, JJ Bernard, Neil Farrell, Levi Simpson, Trent Fong, Julian Edison, Wyatt McCarron, Tristan Ortiz, Tim Clapper, Mario Ortega. It has been an amazing season here for RORSCS, and we still have to finish off Stadium Tour 2, as on Wednesday we'll be going into the second to last stop for Stadium Tour 2 in Arlington, Texas, and then they'll finish it off in Syracuse, New York next weekend, or next Wednesday, not this Wednesday but next. So they have 2 more events to go, and then World Finals lineups will be released. And I will say it right now, the World Finals track is actually done. I've already finished the track, and it is one hell of a track. You guys are going to love it. Preston Vieira, this has been the Arena Series. I am your host, Cole Durham. Preston Vieira, your co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you down the road for Stadium Tour 2 on Wednesday.